Hi Lymies. Okay, this is exciting. I'm making bone broth, otherwise known as stock. This is a very trendy food right now, but as any article will tell you, this is the oldest food in the book. People in every traditional culture make bone broth as a base for soups or whatever else, but it can also just be drunk like a drink, you know? Okay, so I do have my bones. They're not super clean, which is fine. I had chicken legs this week, so I just kept the bones, and the cartilage is also good. I often just I crunch on the cartilage. I was doing that before I had Lyme disease, but we want to protect our collagen structures, and so we're trying to get collagen out of the bones. So to do this, we're going to bring everything to a boil and right away reduce it down to low. Okay, but we're gonna add more than bones. So I have some rosemary that's a little dried out, but it'll be fine for this. You can definitely eat dry herbs, as we all know. I've got some celery that I'm going to just chop up pretty roughly. Okay, so I have a few stalks of celery that will add really nice flavor to my bone broth. I have a couple onions. This one's starting to sprout, so definitely want to throw that in. You just you don't need to be careful with any of this stuff. Put the onion in with the skins on. The color has nutritional value. Okay, so I just put those in, super easy. Normally you'd put a carrot as well. I don't know. Carrots are not like the worst thing by any means. They're wonderful because they have carotenoids, and orange foods are really important. But I get my orange mostly from turmeric. Because I'm doing well, I would not hesitate to put a carrot in, because my Lyme symptoms are, like literally 98% resolved. But if you're attacking this hardcore, it's only going to be for whatever, a year or whatever. You might want to limit root vegetables. Like as a general rule, if you're following a keto diet, you'd be, eliminating sweet root vegetables. So I'll leave that with you, but I'm not going to put one in today. And I am going to put turmeric, and that's how I'm going to get my orange. Okay. I'm not going to put a ton. That's maybe, I don't know, 1.5 teaspoons or something. The rosemary is going to be the nicest addition in terms of flavor. I was reading today that rosemary is neuroprotective. I didn't even know that. I knew it was antimicrobial. I didn't know it was neuroprotective. So I don't know, that might be one more reason why my neuropathy has mostly resolved. Although Gouteng has been the most obvious thing for me. Gouteng, which I've taken both as a powder and a tincture. And yeah, okay. So, and black pepper. Yay. Black pepper also gives a lot of wonderful flavor. Black foods in the Eat a Rainbow system are supposed to be good for, they're supposed to be high in minerals, but pepper is important for Lyme as well because it's antimicrobial. So I've been making bone broth for many years, long before I had Lyme disease. I just made it, to use as a base for my soups. I didn't know that it had collagen, which was so important to protect your collagen structures. I just knew it was important. It was a good way to extract minerals from the bones and therefore add nutritional value to my soups. But now I know all about collagen, and when I was diagnosed with Lyme, I was very, very nervous about developing problems with my joints, because I thought Lyme was, when I just started reading, I thought that that was sort of one of the main problems or most common problems, but now I know that neurological problems like what I had is actually even more common. So I don't know what the stats are on that, but a lot of us have neurological challenges. Anyway, so yeah, that's really it. So once it comes to a boil, I'm going to immediately put it on low, and it's going to simmer for 8 hours, okay? So I'm going to be going to bed in a couple of hours, so I'll turn it off for the night, and I'll mostly do this tomorrow, but I'll just leave it on the stove. It's going to be very well heated. I don't have to worry about any bacteria forming, and then I will put it in jars. And yeah, so there we go. See you later. Okay, Lymies, so this has come to a boil. So I've turned it down to low. I did have a lid on it, and the lid's going back on. Da-da-da. I wanted to explain that the reason why you don't want to boil your bone broth is because you will extract gelatin rather than collagen. So collagen is what we need to support our collagen structures. Gelatin is what it's that it would like basically mean that your broth was, you know, gelatinous, well, especially when it was cold. At room temperature, I think it would still be liquid. Whereas with a normal bone broth or soup stock, it's not gelatinous. You don't really see the collagen. Yeah, so collagen protects our collagen structures. It's also really good for healing in general. It's really good for our skin. It's anti-aging in that regard. And, you know, when we're talking about anti-aging, we're not just talking about how we look. We're talking about actually, you know, supporting all of our body. So anyway, so it smells so good. The rosemary is just incredible. But yeah, I wanted to say that about the temperature, why it's so important to keep it on low. So that's that. I will see you all tomorrow. All right, this is what it looks like after 8-9 hours. You could keep this going for like 12 hours. It's not a precise thing, but from what I understand, where this has been tested, the level of collagen just doesn't increase after a certain point. You can only get so much collagen out of these bones. Okay, so now I'm going to strain my bone broth. Okay, this is a canning funnel. If you don't have one, then this is going to be a messier process. So you're going to have to put, you know, the biggest bowl you have under your jars so that it catches the drips. Yeah, I have a canning funnel, so lucky me. Okay, so all I do, oh yeah, and this is my strainer, of course. I kind of put it so that the counter is supporting it. Oops, that's a little too full. Okay, well, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna dump this in my compost right now. You can eat the you can eat the super cooked celery if you want. Oh, this looks great. Awesome. Okay, wow, that's fantastic. Sorry. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do, there's just a little bit left. This is a ginormous jar, as I'm just going to put some in a mug and drink it. It's gonna be hot. So because the bone broth is literally boiling hot, it will kind of sterilize the jars. Ooh, that's fine. Ooh. Oops. So yeah, that's it. So like I just drink this like this. I actually really like it. You could put salt. I don't. And yeah, you can drink it. You can use it to make soup. Whatever works for you. Okay? Bon appetit. All right, there we have it. I'm letting these cool off in my sink, and I'll put them in the fridge when they're at room temperature. I also wanted to add that, if memory serves me correctly, I did also read that collagen is an important part of healing the myelin structures. So they're the myelin sheaths, I should say, of our nerves, because I know many of you, like me, have experienced neuropathy and damage to the myelin sheaths of the nerves. So yeah, I've done really, really well healing from that. I had really bad neuropathy 2 years ago, and I have improved and improved and improved, and I think this is part of my success. So I wanted to add that in. It isn't just about our joints. Okay, that's it. I promise.